Bro,
like,
you gotta listen. This is the best rule to go off. You get what you pay for throughout
yeah,
life. Throughout life is the
yeah,
rule.
yeah,
Best rule to
yeah,
apply to
absolutely,
anything.
you definitely, yeah,
You know,
yeah,
all
yeah,
these
for
people
sure.
out there, oh, I can get a better deal on that. Like, he had some guy telling him, oh, you should get paint from here. It's like, bro, I do my thing my way, and it's one of the best rules to apply to life is
Yeah,
you're gonna get what you pay for no matter what.
yeah, yeah,
You
absolutely.
know, like it's just seeing with anything. You know, you go buy a pair of fucking Chippewas. I used to have an argument with Chris all the time. He's like, oh, I pay $60 at Walmart. I was like, yeah, but how many
They,
times a year do you go there to
yeah,
buy them?
yeah, yeah,
Get the
literally.
300 out of the way for something that's gonna last you for fucking whatever.
Yeah,
Anybody in
yeah,
construction business knows Chippewa is the best of the best. Like there
yeah,
is
yeah.
no
Or what are the
comparison.
other ones there? The Carolinas or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. Ask someone what do you prefer, Chippewa or Carolina.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
just anybody who
yeah, yeah.
knows. But you get what you pay for,
Dude, you
man.
know, I guess what has pretty good work boots is the Brunt. They're like some new company. I guess they're like big on the internet. But out of the guys at my job said they love them, dude. They said they're super comfy. Fucking,
Yeah.
they're like pre-broke in.
Yeah, I don't know. I like what I like. I don't know.
Oh
It's
yeah,
one of
yeah,
them things, bro. Yeah, that's like what I don't know, bro. It's like some of it's materialistic, some of it's it's just I don't know.
So I definitely so it's so funny because I want to talk about that too a little bit. So the materialistic thing, I guess I have that like but remember we were like that when we were into drugs and shit like that. We still like wanted to make sure we looked a certain way or like I don't know. I still like really care about my appearance. I guess.
Oh, I go yeah.
You know, like I think even at like uh 35 years old and everything like that, like I mean I have like some friends, dude, and I look at them at the same age as me, like and I'm like, Jesus, dude,
like like
hit,
just
yeah, yeah, and
fucking
not even ones that did drugs or anything like that, dude. It's
yeah.
like
I see it in dads, like good stay-at-home dads, and fucking. What did I do? I text you the other day. So we have some of our best conversations, just bullshit, texted back
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
forth.
I know sometimes I wish we could fucking
Yeah,
I wish we fucking were doing this on camera.
yeah. I say it all the time, but yeah, you just look. You know what? I look around too. It's like a lot of like just the weight. Like just people are just fat as fuck and just don't give a fuck, dude. Just
Yeah, yeah.
like just happy with it. Like
You know,
content.
I think so. There's a lot too. I think that we got lucky with genetics. I think as well. I think I can't be like, oh well, I fucking take such good care of myself. You know what I mean? Because that's not always the case. You know what I mean? I definitely got blessed with genetics a little bit, for sure with that.
Yeah, but even that, yeah. I see people even you could have. Well, it's not always that, bro. You could have a fat or come from long line of fat people or whatever, bro. I see people all the time that they take that and that doesn't matter.
Oh
They
yeah,
make
yeah,
their
yeah.
own
Oh, I'm
way.
saying you
You know
can
what I
change
mean?
it. You
Yeah,
can
yeah,
change it
yeah.
and everything like that. But I think that I'm just saying I think that genetics has something to do with it. Um, I think that you know what I mean. Like we got lucky with that. Like you know what I mean. It's not like
Oh, I got very lucky.
we didn't really have to put a lot of work in to get to like I guess not being like fucked up. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah, because I look at certain drug addicts too that did the same shit we did and are way worse off, dude.
dude, they got new teeth and they're
Like
fucking
abscesses and fucking dude. You know how many times I missed? I think about that one all the time. I'm like,
oh
bro,
yeah.
how the fucking
Oh yeah.
dude, I would have to tell you that I like certain people like that didn't know me from before, and so they're like, "You used to get high?" Like, yeah, but I fucking
Yeah, yeah,
was
yeah.
fucking picking cigarette butts off the ground.
Dude,
Like
it's so
that
funny
fucking,
because
you know what I
you know how
mean?
many people I've met that are they're like, dude, I just don't see it.
Yeah,
I'm like, dude, I was a fucking maniac. I used to shoot cocaine every fucking single day and fucking
yeah,
heroin and fucking
yeah.
meth and fucking everything else. I'm like, I did every fucking drug you can possibly think of. I go, and I did it for a decade straight. Like, you know what I
Did
mean? It
it
wasn't even like
did it at extreme rate. Like, yeah,
yeah.
it's like ungodly amounts. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't like I just like dabbled a little or whatever. It was like this it was like it was a complete lifestyle for a very long time. And it's like I think that's so wild because like I like I said, I think genetics and all that. I think also like taking care of yourself in the middle of it, which sometimes I guess I didn't.
I
Like,
didn't like. I think about that one too. Like this time around was the only time throughout any of my drug use history that bro, he would have to tell me, yo, you need a shower. Bro, it never happened to me before. I always
Yeah.
took care of myself. I always got my hair cut, did all that shit. Like
Oh
this,
yeah, see, I
this
let myself
last
go a few
time was
times.
fucking, dude, it was just bad. It was
I think
just,
prison saved me a couple of times for sure.
yeah.
I
Because it
think-
gives you a reboot. It gives you a fucking.
So I did I did a prison bit in the beginning. When I got real bad in the very beginning when I was 19, I got real bad into the ecstasy and the cocaine. And then, but I remember that back then it was like needles were like few and far between. It was just like for the sub or whatever. And it was like, I wasn't really fucking around, but I did a lot of
You know,
ecstasy.
I think
coke.
about that too. Like, as fucked up as that sounds, like we were shooting subs from way back. Why we used to get our hands on a decent amount of cocaine? Why weren't we shooting cocaine?
Yeah, yeah.
It's just, well, I'm not saying it like that, but it's like, why was it not? Why did the needle thing not cross our mind as much? Because we still used them, but it wasn't.
We
like,
just for subs.
yeah, like why? So why can't we apply that throughout other parts of our life? Like, well, I'm just gonna stay away from that.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like,
So it's like, so I think that's so weird, but so
isn't
I
that fucked up?
yeah,
though?
it is. It's fucked up because it's not like we didn't have them or didn't have access to them. Yeah. So and then I went to prison for 2 years. You know what I mean? And that kind of like restarted me. And then I came home and then I was like a normal 21-year-old for a while. It was like straight drinking. It was just like I was drinking heavily, and that's when like the cocaine started. Like I was fucking sniffing coke, and then the crack thing started.
We
And,
always fucked around with crack. I think about that.
I feel
one,
like
too.
I feel like crack was always kind of in and
Crack was
out,
always like,
but it was never our main thing. It was never like we were like,
dude. I remember like just, dude. We'd seen them at the outlets, and we're like,
yeah.
like, hey, what's up?
Yeah,
it
yeah.
wasn't something that I would call you and be like, we know certain fiends that's their life.
And that's
they
every
wake
day
up.
they get up, and that's what they're looking for.
Yeah.
I got something to tell you too. We're gonna talk about it a little bit.
But dude, I think about that even too. Like it's like even the dope back then, I could go a week of doing dope and then fucking not be sick. But now, like
we talked about that before for
like
sure.
this time around, or even the coke. Like I could do a bunch of drugs on a weekend and then wake up Monday and not be like I was. Like this time around, it was all I did. You know what I mean? It was my life. Like, that was the difference. This time was like it was 100% in. Like it was back then. I wasn't all about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There were still other things. Like I don't know.
Welcome back. This is Outfield. I'm Robbie Infield. This is Zach Silic. This is a podcast where we talk about life and addiction, life after addiction, and life in general. We're switching it up again today. I think we like to move it around a little bit.
Taking the Camaro out.
Yeah, taking the Camaro out. Yeah. We like to move it around a little bit. We got some options. We're playing with a lot of different ideas. I actually really like this. I'll see what the footage looks like afterward, I guess. I really like this setup. I would really like to do a better setup. So I got some plans. Some things are going to change in the future.
Some things and some stuff.
Last week's episode will be out this week on Facebook. We're going to do the delayed thing. The episode's going out on YouTube first. It's going to spend the first week on YouTube, and then I'll put it out on Facebook.
You're going to do
if
both?
you haven't, go to YouTube and subscribe. Well, I'm hoping for another platform as well. I might start putting it out on X as well. I don't know. Spotify has a license. It has like a privacy agreement where I don't know if I can use Spotify and Facebook. I think I can only clip it. So I don't know if Spotify's a thing yet. I don't know where I'm at with that. I don't know if it's developed to where the point I want it yet for Spotify. I don't know. We don't know. We don't know anything that we're doing, to be honest with you.
Fucking freestyle.
We're just kind of figuring it out. We're just making content and doing our thing. We're spreading the word.
Shooting from the hip.
Yeah. We just, like I said, it's something that we enjoy doing. This is my therapy. You know, and like we said before, we don't have a fucking clue what we're doing. We don't know shit, dude. We're not like the foremost experts on anything. We don't tell anybody how to live their life. We don't even fucking know how to live ours. You know what I mean? We're just kind of figuring it out as we go.
Just carrying the message.
I know last week we talked a lot about what you should and shouldn't do. And like I said, we don't have a magic potion. We didn't fucking, you know what I mean?
Still takes work, though.
You know what I mean? Like I said, we just keep doing the work. We're gonna keep making episodes. We're gonna just keep doing our thing, and hopefully it develops as it goes. I have that. I guess that piece of advice I will give that for anybody who's thinking about doing something. My girlfriend said the best thing that anybody ever said to me, and I've been talking about doing this podcast for I don't know, 2 years maybe. But
Wasn't
I was
even
in a relationship before where like I would have never been able to do this. I couldn't spend 10 minutes alone with him without
wow.
getting fucking. She would have showed up here. It would have been crazy. But
Oh yeah.
that I wouldn't have been able to put myself out there in a situation or whatever because of other people's insecurities and other things that were going on. And I kind of wish that I could have done it then because I had a 2-car garage and I would have set up one side and turned it into a studio.
Now the stars have aligned and
But yeah, now the stars have
here.
aligned and we're
We're
here.
fucking here.
But things
Doing-
are good in my life now. I mean, it was his as well. But I forgot where I was going with this. But yeah, so things are better.
Last week episode was.
Oh yeah, so yeah,
it.
and I will give this piece of advice. If there's something in your life that you want to do and that you talk about doing, it's not even. This isn't even advice from me. This is advice from my girl. She was like, if you keep talking about it and not doing it, she goes, it's not a thing. She goes, it's not something that you're doing. She goes, it's just a fucking fantasy. Like this is just like something that you're romanticizing or fantasizing about. It's not real. There's no substance there. She goes, this is just something that's in your head. It's just a thought. She was like, until you actually do it, like there's a thing in recovery called the commitment poem, and it's like until one is committed, there's hesitancy, the chance to go back, always ineffectiveness, blah 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 blah. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And they say like the best thing that you can do is to do something, is to begin it, is because you never know what it's going to be until you start it. And that was kind of like how this went. We decided just to start it and you know what I mean, and see where it goes. And it's like, you know what I mean, it's been great. We've been going for a couple months now, you know. I don't know, we're somewhere around like 15, 20 episodes. And it's developing and changing and it's growing, and it's, you know what I mean, it's something that has become a really a big part of my life. It's something I really love to do.
Oh, dude, I was hesitant at first. Like he was like, just do it, dude. I'm not a people.
Yeah,
I don't like being. I'm not a camera person. I'm not. I don't always say.
Yeah, you don't do social media. Yeah.
I'm not a social media guy. I told you last week. I've never made a Facebook post my entire life. If it was through my kid's mom. She probably put something up. But dude, I've never fucking been that guy. You know.
Yeah.
So all this and learning how to speak on camera and learning, or just knowing that it's gonna.
Yeah, because I did get some feedback, and people said something about that you don't have a consistent presence. Like it's like sometimes you talk real low. Sometimes I mean, you are a certain way. They're like he's never the same. They're like, you never like these are some people from out of state that watch.
Yeah.
They don't know it. So these people that I got the feedback from are people that don't know us personally that watch. So we got some people. I got a friend, one of our guests that we had on, got us some followers that were from New Hampshire, and I guess they had mentioned something about you have an inconsistent presence, and I actually want to get into that more. I feel like maybe I talk too much.
Yeah, it's like, well, it's dude, I got a lot of ADHD, a lot of anxiety, all that.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It's like, dude, I don't know. When I first started out, especially with you, dude, it's so nerve wracking. You're like, all right, I'm on camera now, so there's gonna be people looking at this. So
yeah. So I gotta like be.
Yeah.
I've never felt that way.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. I was always. It always felt. It's always felt so natural to me. Like, I don't know, I was able to start recording, and I don't know. Maybe it's because I mean, I know I kind of sprung it on you. Maybe it's because I've always had this vision of it in my head, and I've always it's always been a thing. Like I've been building this in my mind for 2 years. You know, and remember we used to talk about it back when we first started getting high. We used to talk about the radio. Remember doing like a radio show or something?
Dude, yeah, that goes way back.
Yeah. So
making crackhead jokes and shit.
Yeah. And we always thought that would be so cool. And I was like, and I guess this is the evolution of the radio idea. So it's like, you know, and it's so cool now. You don't need a fucking studio or like sponsors or anything. I can just put this out online. You know, it was just sick.
The biggest thing too is raw. It's not. Nobody else is talking about it. That's one of the biggest things I like about it, is that nobody else really touches on the things we touch on in the life. Like people out there struggling with what we've struggled with. Like nobody. I think it's touched on in certain.
No,
not really.
That's what a lot of people have said to me. They're like, we love the realness of it. They said that you guys talk about shit that other people don't talk about. You guys get into the real parts of it. And like, I
I
mean,
don't like
yeah,
glorifying
people talk
either.
about recovery, and they're talking about, I mean, they talk about gratefulness and gratitude, gratitude and gratefulness and all of these things, but nobody's like, yeah, I was fucking shooting meth and I was in a fucking trap house and I was fucking, I feel like in AA and NA they call it war stories or whatever, but I thought about that as well. You ever listen to these guys talk? They tell the stories.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you want to talk, but it's not like we don't glorify our addiction. We don't talk
I
about it
mean, we
like it was some.
reminisce, and
We
we've had
reminisce.
some good time. Listen, all through the drug addiction, like don't get me wrong, it was horrible, but we had some good times. But dude,
Oh yeah,
we don't we don't recommend it. That's for
I
sure.
don't think I would
That's
have
one
done
of
it if I didn't enjoy it. Sometimes, like
no no.
I think like I explained that to people before, where I was like, I like
Oh, I
doing
love
sometimes
yeah.
like
You talk to anybody, any former addict, most of them will tell you the same thing. I loved every
you know
bit
what I
of it.
mean. I think there was a thing I found in an addiction that and it might not have been real, and it might have been just like the drugs with everybody. But I've talked about this in the earlier episodes, but there was a real sense of like community with that group, I guess, with certain people, because you meet people that you can, I mean, rely on as much as you can, and you make real friends and you form real bonds with people, and like, I mean, even like me and him, like, we'll be friends for the rest of our lives,
Be in the fucking
and it was
retirement
born
home.
and it was born and it was born in straight addiction, like,
Yeah.
and so I mean, yeah, I'm thankful for the experience, and what I mean, for what it taught me and everything like that, and like, I always wonder, like, would I do things differently, or would I live differently, or would I go back and change these things about myself, and I mean, I guess there's a lot of things that I would, but there's people that I guess I have in my life that
Yeah,
are
dude.
irreplaceable, and
Even like you hear me now, bitch. I'm going to court. I hate my kid's mother and all that shit. But at the same time, I'm like, you know what? If I didn't meet her, I wouldn't have my son. So like, you gotta be grateful for
yeah,
all
yeah,
the
parts
bad.
of
You
it.
gotta be grateful for a lot of the bad shit at the same time, because you wouldn't have a lot of things that you have now. Like, I wouldn't take my son away for nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
As
yeah,
much as I hate her or whatever I'm going through, at the same time, I'm like, you know what? I wish her the best. I don't wish death upon her or nothing
yeah,
like
yeah,
that. You know what I mean? Like I want her to do well, but dude, it's hard to sit back sometimes and be like, you know what, that was for the best. That was for the best.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. Things are working out for
Yeah,
the best.
yeah.
This is
Like
all happening in the best way. Yeah,
you got to look at it as a poorly wrapped gift. You know what I mean? Even
yeah,
like,
yeah,
dude, you could look at if you're on paper, if you're on parole, if you're on whatever, if that helped you build your life into what it is now, if it's a
yeah,
good thing, then you gotta be grateful
yeah.
for
That's
the
how, I
fuck.
mean, that's how everything started for me. I was on parole
Yeah.
and I almost died. I was on parole when I almost died, and honestly, if it wasn't for being in the hospital for 9 weeks, I think my parole officer would have violated me and I would have been back in prison. And
I
that's
think
no way to
yeah.
live,
No, I think that helped, dude. I mean, yeah, I was there
Um,
through it. I
but
think
yeah,
it
yeah,
helped.
and that
Yeah.
woke me up. But yeah, so what I'm saying is, so the relationships are important. We talk about relationships fucking crazy on this episode, on this podcast. But
We're the
I got a
opposites.
friend. So we got a friend. We spoke on a friend last week. Um,
What a
and some
comment.
things that he should and shouldn't do.
A comment back to you or no?
No, no, no. So he relapsed again.
Yeah.
He doesn't know I know. He actually specifically told a mutual friend not to tell me because he didn't want to hear it from me. And I guess all I can say to that is, I'm not, bro. I'm not your fucking mother. Like, I'm not your father. I'm not gonna say anything.
You
I'm not gonna give him a hard time. I'm not gonna. And he's like, oh, and he used the term. So this is what I want to talk about. He used the term, "I'm still learning." It was like, dude, at this point,
yeah, that's a cop out.
at this point, you're not still learning anymore,
At
dude.
35 years
You're
old.
using at 35 years old. You're using because you want to. All right, you're not still learning. This isn't still like something you're figuring out. Um, enough
Listen, he
about it.
just hasn't hit his rock bottom yet. Let him hit his rock bottom,
And that's
bro.
it. And like I said, a lot of it is people, places, and things, man. And and as much as we talk about not being like affiliated with any sort of rehab group, rehabilitative group, or anything like that, they got that right. I'll give them that. That people, places, and things. They say it in every single recovery part. It's like the people you spend your time around are so important.
Yeah, you are who you hang with, bro. It's as simple as that. Like,
And when yeah, exactly. And when you know what I mean, if you're out running around at 3 o'clock in the fucking morning, I'm telling you right now. So my dad used to say something to me, nothing good ever happens after, midnight or whatever, or
he's
10
fucking
10
right,
p.m. And
though.
it's like, and it's like I think I found a hack to that. My
You just
hack
work at night
I
now.
work at night. You know what I mean? So that's my hack. My hack is I work at night now. So it's like so now I'm not because I had you know what I mean, I don't sleep well. I think a lot of us addicts and a lot of us people that are
Night
and
owl.
I think sleep is like the most fleeting thing in my ADHD minds and things like autism and ADHD, anxiety
All
disorder,
the above.
yeah, whatever, all the above. And sleep is this fleeting thing. Like I can't. I'll be completely honest. I can't sleep without Ambien. Um, I'm prescribed Ambien.
Yeah, dude, I used to. I don't know. See, when you go to rehab, inpatient, whatever facility you go to, I think they really push that on you. So for a while, I was in this. I thought the same way. I was like, I need this to do that. So I was stuck on that bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I need this pill to go do this during my day, and like, I think you really get stuck on that. And I think these doctors nowadays, I think they really push that shit. Like,
So my doctor doesn't want me on the Ambien. She actually is
yeah,
like super against it. My psych, she's like
yeah,
super against it. But it was like when I was in the hospital, I was up. I don't know. I wasn't sleeping. I was up, getting sober and everything like that, and coming through. I was up. I'd be up for 3-4 days at a time sometimes, and it was like and you
yeah.
it starts to get crazy at that point.
Psychosis and all that.
Yeah. So and when your body's going through all these things, like I have so much uh whatever fucking there's so much
Hmm.
I guess pressure whatever my body is going through so much, it's being put to the test essentially. um and you're not sleeping as well, and your sleep is so important. Like even my doctor now is recommending I come off nights, and I'm actually trying to. I'm probably going to be going to day shifts here soon, but I've been doing it for 4 years. I've been on this schedule for so long, and it's really starting to kill me, dude. And it's like it's time for a change. I think I built enough of a foundation in my life to where I can make the changes to and adjustments to start getting more normal. Like I said, coming off the subs. Uh,
Yeah, we were just talking about that.
yeah. I'm still going through withdrawals. So that's one of the hardest things. I guess I should say. You can notice I'm a little jittery.
I'm always jittery.
Yeah. You're always jittery. I'm not usually. But
My leg goes.
I
nonstop.
yeah. But so I'm going through withdrawals a little bit. I dropped from 20 milligrams a day to essentially 10. A sub. So I'm still having withdrawals at key points when I first wake up, middle of the night, stuff like that. I have the supplement. If for anybody who's thinking about taking the Sublocade shot, wean yourself down first. Get yourself down to under 10 milligrams a day before you do the shot. Otherwise, you're gonna pay for it, because I spent the last week and a half basically tapering forcefully, and it's like I'm fine most of the time, and I'm all right. You know what I mean? And I feel great. I'm like, wow, I don't need to take this thing anymore. And then I have these moments of withdrawal where like,
Spoke too soon.
yeah, I'm like, oh man, and then I gotta fight through that or whatever, or like, you know what I mean? And I don't want to take one, so like I'll like break off this tiny, tiny little piece, and I'll like do that, and it kind of helps me, um, and it affects me in different ways, and
Yeah.
there's still a lot of things I'm working on, like dude, I still can't fucking figure out like I at least like automatic reactions to things. Like I think I get so like hurt sometimes. I don't know, but it's weird. I'm not gonna get into all that. But
You get butt hurt easily.
dude, I don't know what it is, dude. I feel like I've been with
Stuck
so
on
many. I've
shit
been with so many
say?
people that are like that used to do things that used to try to deliberately guilt me or manipulate me, and so like
What,
if
like
I
comments?
think that's happening.
Like comments people say.
So no, not comments. So like even like in my relationships or like anything. So if I think someone is trying to like manipulate me, or if I think somebody is trying to like guilt trip me in some
Jumped down
way,
their throat.
I like not even jump down my throat. Like I don't know, like tries to make me feel bad, or you know what I mean, something like that. Or that's not, that might not even be what they're doing, or it 100% isn't what they're doing. but like there's certain things that I recognize. It's like I guess you call it being triggered,
You know, as
and
it
it like triggers this emotional response for me where like where I react poorly or whatever because I like my brain thinks it's being manipulated, and like that's one thing I hate more than anything, dude, is if I feel like someone's trying to get over on me, or if I feel like someone's trying to trick me or manipulate me or guilt me or any if I and it's like even if those things I it's so hard for me to differentiate between something genuine and that like sometimes like where like uh I get these reactions where I don't trust people. I fucking that I think that is so hard. I think that's a big part like in my recovery something I have to work on is that I live this life where I've developed all of these like preconceived
defense
notions,
mechanisms.
defense mechanisms where you can't trust anybody.
Yeah.
That you know what I mean, you can't take anybody at face value and you
Then you
can't
see how real people live.
and then when yeah, and then when someone who's the realest person I know probably is being genuine with me, I don't know what to do. Like or when someone like shows me their emotions or something like that, I feel like sometimes I like my it's like my fucking like a clamshell, like dude, it just closes. You know what I mean? It's like is this genuine or is this something to just try to get a reaction or to make extrapolate some kind of feeling, and it's like sometimes I feel like I'm being like, and I don't even think I realize it in the moment,
Yeah.
but I think I'm if I think I'm being manipulated, like it like triggers me bad, and like yeah it's crazy. So it's like but yeah, so it's just like so these things they're all things that I have to work on, and they're all big like in my journey. But but back to what we were saying about our friend there. Yeah. So back with the wrong people, back doing the same thing.
Nothing changes. Nothing changes.
Nothing changes if nothing changes. It's
Yeah, but it's at the same time, it's like, dude, you got to remember too, you're never gonna be able to get someone sober. When you put yourself out there like that,
well, that's what
you got to let him be ready. You can help him along the way, but when you put yourself out there, it makes you vulnerable.
well, that's why I kind of felt some type of way when the mutual friend was like, "Oh, he told me specifically not to tell you," and I'm like, "Why?" I'm one of the most understanding people in the world. I mean, for most things, I mean,
subconsciously he wanted to tell you.
Why else
would you say it unless
he's like he goes, "Oh, he's just gonna lecture me and give me shit and this and that," and I was like, "I'm not gonna do any of those things." I mean, maybe he might feel like it's lecturing. I would give him tips and everything like that. And like I said, we are not fucking dude Merlin. We are not fucking Merlin. We are not fucking witches. We are not wizards. We are not fucking dude. We do not have the magic potion. I do not have the fucking spell. I do not. There's like not this template for this. And that's what the whole point of this podcast is that so many of these rehabs and programs and all this, they have this template and they're like, this is how you do it and this works. And it's like, but not for everybody. Like, because if it did, your recidivism rate wouldn't be what it is. Your relapse rate wouldn't be what it is. You wouldn't have a 70% fail rate or whatever.
They're just giving you guidelines. They're just showing you
but they're like, this works, this is low. It was like you wouldn't have a 75% fail rate. You just wouldn't. Like you know what I mean?
I hate when they say that when you go to rehabs and they tell you that. Like that's the last thing you need to be telling addicts that are there just getting.
If you 100% commit yourself, and like if you 100% commit yourself to anything,
they told you
it's gonna work. But what I'm saying is, you gotta want it. You gotta want it. Like if you don't want it, like
you
gotta want it.
You can't just show
I don't even go through that really. Like
when you just show up to the rooms, meetings, or whatever rehab, you can show up all you want. That itself isn't going to keep you clean. Like it's going to help you. It's going to give you guidelines, but you have to. Dude, I have things come up all the time, bro. I told you when I was home alone here, and I fucking had somebody hit me up, and boom, I could have relapsed that day. Nobody was here. Nobody would have known. You would. I could have got away with it with you, and fucking come here and you know what I mean. But I just got too many things that matter to me now. Like I've come this
because you don't ever know what it's going to be.
but I'm just saying the test is out there. Right? I mean,
I think there's an
we all face
unpredictability
that.
with it. I think there's an unpredictability with it now that I don't like.
Oh, that yeah.
I used to, the unpredictability, I guess, used to not bother me.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
That comes with using,
Oh, like you don't know
and
what you're gonna get and shit.
you don't know
now?
what you're going to get. You don't know where you're going to go. You don't know how you're going to continue to get it. You don't know, and like I think that worries me. I feel like it worries me. Like if I ever went back to using, uh, without a plan in place, like of how I'm going to manage or anything like that, because you never know how it because your addiction grows.
Oh,
It
quick. It
has
goes
it has
quick.
a mind of its own. It's like this living thing that develops and grows and it's fucking and it's
Even dude,
terrorizing and destructive and
you
it's
get
like
sick. I noticed this time, like
that's the
past couple
fentanyl.
of years. Yeah, yeah. With even with the you get sick way quick, dude. You can use it one time. I'll be sick next couple of days. You know what I mean? Like it
Yeah,
just.
but it's like but what I'm
It's,
saying is like so what that comes with that life of addiction is this unpredictability um that I can't have. You know that I'm like and I don't think I'm a control freak, but I definitely like to plan shit and I like to know what is coming in my next couple of days and
yeah.
I feel like I know that if I added a drug into that, if that removes
Oh, it'd be nuts. It's fucking chaos, bro. And
yeah,
fucking,
exactly. It
I
becomes
think about it
chaos
too.
and I
Yeah,
just don't want to be part of that chaos.
going to work, scrambling and scraping, meeting this guy, meeting people at work. I don't want none of that, bro.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
hope it's none
exactly.
of
It's
that.
like
The
no,
fucking
remember we used to do that for fun. It used
yeah,
to be like,
yeah. I'd be coming to your work. You'd be meeting me here because it's just fucking
oh yeah,
stupid. It's
dude.
so stupid when I think about it now.
I'd be riding dirty all the time in the truck, dude. Fucking drugs in
Yeah,
the
just
truck and
fucking
fucking dude.
crazy.
I get nervous enough just having my medication with me.
Yeah, I just don't. That whole dude, that scares the shit out of me too, and that's one of the things that keeps me sober too. Is just like, or even you know what else gets me too is like just smoking crack or whatever, and then running out, and then that I spent all my money feeling like there's no
Oh
feeling like
yeah,
that in the
dude.
world, and it's like the people out there that sign up for that, it's like you know,
Well, you know, a lot of them don't have money to begin with, so like,
yeah, yeah,
so your
yeah,
whole life becomes trying to find ways to get money or scam or
yeah. I
scheme.
just
Because I remember, like, there was a point where I was able to support my habit by selling drugs, and then it got like
yeah, we didn't
then
pay
there was
for
a period of time where like I was fucking
8 balls for
broke.
free, bro.
Yeah, but then there was a period of time where I was broke, and then I was like, I'm scheming every day to figure out how to get high, and like that's the part I guess I really don't miss was that like, what happens when the money runs out because that's gonna happen, and it's like, am I gonna go back to dealing? If I get caught dealing again, I could get life. You know what I mean? If I fucking like, I don't know. I just think about all these things, and it's like, you know, I guess I guess I'm like, I think about the consequences now, whereas before I was like, it was whatever. You know, and I think that it's just like a lot. There's just a lot of things that are unpredictable about it, I don't think I like to. I live my life like that anymore. Like where that unpredictability is okay. Like you know.
Getting older too has a big part of it too. It's like, bro, I ain't getting any younger. It's like, dude, if I go out there again, imagine what that would look like. How long is it gonna be?
Yeah,
What
yeah. Then
hours?
what? I'm gonna wake up
Am I
at
gonna
40 and
am I
be like,
gonna survive it? And if bro, I'd rather die. If I do, God forbid, I went out there again, I'd rather just fucking hang it up or whatever I gotta do. Because man,
yeah, yeah,
imagine living with that plus the shame that comes with it and the people you let down. Like I don't want to do all that again, bro.
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just that's what keeps me awake at night. It's just I fucking pray just to do the next right thing, bro. I don't care if it's little things. You know what I
You know,
mean?
it's funny.
Just
My so
yeah.
I see a KSAC worker and she's a LCSW, a licensed clinical social worker, and I see her for
She said
like
that
drug
to you,
classes.
right?
I do like a one-on-one drug classes with her
Yeah.
because I won't go to Conifer Park or places like that.
No, no,
I
no.
see a therapist for that, and she's older lady. She's been practicing for 40 something years or whatever.
Yeah.
Her husband was a neuropsychologist. She's she's
Knows
very
her shit.
liberal. Oh my god! So like that kills me a little bit because she's like the Trump. She's like a Trump hater, which is fine. Which is fine. I don't. You know what I mean? I'm not particularly fond of the guy either. But like so when you regurgitate rhetoric or like propaganda to me that I know is like false, it's like I know that's just like leftist like hate.
Bullshit. Yeah.
So it's like I uh I don't lean one way or the other. I'm completely politically unaffiliated.
He just signed that treaty with Iran or whatever the
Oh yeah,
fuck.
whatever.
I'm just no, but you watch all the liberal stations. It's like
They don't
they
wanna talk about it.
hesitated to say it.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So it's like, and so I think in some people's minds, no matter what he does, it's going to be wrong.
He can
I
cure
think
cancer.
there's a lot of, but there's, and in some people's mind, you can cure cancer. But
Yeah.
there's a lot of things that I don't agree with that I think are fucked up.
Yeah, but
I've
there's
been
right
digging
now.
deep a little bit into some things, and I'm like,
Yeah.
there's some signs that I don't really like.
There's some things
But
he does.
but whatever. So she said these things to me, and I'm like, maybe it's time to find a new therapist because I can't have that be part of what's going on here. Like this, I need to be able. I can't have somebody that I want to make sure that someone who's up, and maybe it shouldn't matter, but it's like if you believe certain things and everything like that, I guess it changes my my perspective of you or my opinion of you, and it's not like I just if I know what you're saying is propaganda, whether it's from the right or left, because there's a lot of it. There's a lot of the stuff that we see is propaganda, and I think it's crazy.
I think that's
I like that. It kind of changes my outlook, but she said something at the end of our session last week or whatever, and she was like, you're a good person. She goes, I think you're really focused on doing the next right thing. And I was like, she was like, and she's like, I think that's all you can do. She goes, it's just remember what, the next right thing is, you know what I mean? And I was like, that I think about, it's crazy because I'm doing that, but it's like, I've come to this point in my life where now it's not a conscious decision. I'm automatically,
it's part of your routine.
It's part of my routine. I'm automatically just trying to do what I think is right. And maybe other people don't think that's right. But I know I'm trying to do what I think is right. And
like your boy.
And I'm not perfect, dude. I'm telling you right now, I'm not perfect.
No.
At all. Like, and
you set all this up though. You don't just wake up one day. You've this is years of making this routine and making it a reality. Same with like so and so relapsing and all that. You know what you got to do. You got to start from scratch. You got to go. I'm sorry. You got to go away. You got to go to a rehab. You got to fucking start from scratch.
Yeah.
But dude, I didn't fucking make this from. These were ideas I had in my head, but by having that mental obsession, by going away for 9-10 months, I had that mental obsession. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm gonna do this, this, and this, and I fucking made it up in my head. So it started with an idea.
You know what's so funny? Yeah.
Yeah,
started with an idea. Continue. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying. It doesn't happen. All it does is you start with an idea, but then you got to figure out ways to make it happen in reality. Like you come home, you get a job. What are you gonna do next? You know what I mean? You don't just wake up. The shit doesn't just fall into place.
You got to put the pieces in place.
Yeah. You have to have that.
You know what I mean? You got to stop trying to put a fucking square peg in a round hole.
Yeah, like that.
But you know what's funny? I had conversations with people like in my family about you and stuff like that, and you kept doing the 28-day programs, and they never worked. They never worked. You kept doing them, and it's so funny because like me and my father, my sister, all his conversations. I said, you know what Zach really needs? He needs a long term. He needs to do a 6 to 9 month program, and like get away for a period of time. Yeah. And it's funny that when you finally did that, that's what worked. Yeah. And it's just funny that me and my father had the conversation. Fucking Jesus Christ, I can't tell you how many times.
It was the atmosphere though too, bro. Was it like I think being put where I was put had a big play in it. Like being in the middle of Queens, fucked up with no money, having to take the fucking L train to fucking go to like being in that atmosphere, seeing what real addiction is.
Yeah.
Really fucking was like, wow, I gotta fucking.
Oh, you saw people be like, oh, I thought I was fucking. Yeah.
Well, just not.
Well, that's what it can turn into. I mean,
like, bro, I was just, I was in there fucking selling coffee to just make me, you know what I mean? Just doing shit that I'm like looking at myself like, what am I? This is like jail mentality. Like, I'm in this fucking place doing all this jail shit, and just being around all these jail people. These are all people fresh out of prison on parole still, and it took that, and like, dude, I fucking got to the highest point I could get in there, but. Just looking around, just like, wow, dude, thinking if I didn't have a place to come home to, I'd be stuck down there. I'd be stuck with all this. And like, I think about that too. Like, what if I didn't have a a plan B, something to fall back on. Like
Yeah.
here. Like,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
if I was really, really doing it on my own?
I got lucky, like I said
You know?
before. I got lucky that I had friends that helped me out, or like my family took me in. And I guess not everybody has that, so a lot of people are left with their own devices. But our friend that's going through this right now, he does have that.
He's got everything we have. And
You know what I
more,
mean?
probably.
He's got a good support system. He's got a family.
Yeah,
He's got a place
a
to live.
mom
He's
that
got
loves
all
him.
these things.
He's got a kid.
Yeah, he's got a kid. He's got all these things, and it's like you have all these tools. You need to use them. You know, like
Yeah, but sort of. Yeah, you
and
could
it's
say
easier
that.
said than done. But
Yeah, you could have said that about me and you a couple of years ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
but
like
to
we
be
were.
like, oh, I'm still learning is like, especially after.
Bro, he just said that just to say it. He didn't. Who knows if he meant it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He
No,
probably
like
just said
you're
it
still
just to-
smoking crack because you want to smoke
That
crack.
was just an excuse
But
on
like,
the fly.
the mutual friend was telling me, he's like, oh, you know, he was sending me Snapchat videos of him taking bong rips of crack.
Oh my God,
Oh,
that's
I'm like,
childish.
see, this is what I'm talking about. I'm like, this is a 35-year-old. And this is a mentality of people in that lifestyle.
I remember.
Like, I remember hanging out with people like that thought that it was cool, and that's the problem, is that he's impressionable. Remember we talked about his need for attention and all these things. And when you're being I guess what's the word I'm thinking of? But when you're being
A follower.
a follower or whatever, when what you're seeing is people glorify that lifestyle, or they're like they think that this is awesome, like that's a hard thing to beat, because especially when because everybody wants that feeling of belonging, and everybody wants to be part of, like, you know what I mean, like a group or whatever,
I
or
can
like
get this. I can get
it's
that.
like an essential part of, you know what I mean, and everybody wants to feel like they're in something, and it's like I guess when you find that, if that's where you feel like you fit in or whatever, and that's what you feel like you have to do, it's like hard to break that.
I think we beat it to death too. Like the whole any phase of addiction. I think me and you just beat the fucking thing to death too.
Yeah.
I don't think people understand that either. Like we've really had enough. Like when we sit here.
Oh
and
yeah.
About all this,
we went through all the stages. You know what I mean?
we've been doing this since 19, 20 years old. You know what I mean? We're 35 now, so just think about that. All those years, and like, yeah, I've had times to clean in between.
Yeah.
You know, just beating the fucking thing to death. It's like, what else could I possibly do?
Yeah. It's like we've lived all those instances. Like we've been through all the stages.
Bro, I never fucking whatever. Just the whole crack bong thing. It's like, really, bro? At 35?
Yeah, I was never.
Come on, grow the fuck up. Go get clean. Be with your kid. Do the right thing. You got parents out there that love you. You got a family that loves you. Like,
yeah. You could say that for anybody. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I guess for a lot of people don't, and it's like that's what we talked about too. But like on the other end, like people like your family and everything, they always wonder why. Like, you know, like I don't understand why. Like my dad, he was like always like, I just don't understand why you don't just stop. Like, it's because first of all, there's a part of it that you like. You know what I mean? And that's the other thing. Like, there's a part of it that you like. Like, you know what I mean?
Like, I was telling you how you set up.
It.
Dude, I told you set up in ways you don't even know that you set up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I was just stashing weird shit around the house. You know, like I'll still find weird shit around the house, and it's just like because I had secret reservations. Like you do things that you don't even know you do, that set you up for failure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, but once you learn how to set yourself up, for the right things, and you start dropping little Easter eggs of of things that, like, you know what I mean, help you out in the right direction. I think that's good. Like, but it's just like I said, it's I don't know, like you gotta get out of that mindset where it's like it's cool to use, or like, you know what I mean. It's like, I don't know, man.
You spoke about the whole Facebook thing. I just watched it was something with Joe Rogan or something. Somebody talked about the same thing we did. It was funny because we didn't see it or nothing like that. And it's just, you know, you talk about something, then it starts appearing on your fucking feed or whatever, dude. And it was like he said the same thing. It's like, dude, get rid of that Facebook just for one day. Messenger just for one day. See how fucking one day it'll go. You know what I mean?
Detox from it, bro.
Yeah, like, that's a whole addiction itself, bro. And
I go through that because like my girl gives me shit because I'm on my phone too much, and I don't know what she thinks. I think she thinks I'm like texting people, but a lot of times I'm just like watching videos and shit like that, or doing dumb shit. Or like it's like become this like this automatic thing I do. Like I'll like go and I like check my Facebook, and I like hate it about myself. I do, but like now it's like a lot of times I'm checking the podcast. Like I'm nuts. I always like to check to see the views and the interactions and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's a little different. I mean, because we got this going on, so I can understand you checking that. I mean, I only check it because when you tell me to check it, you're like, go watch the video.
Yeah.
I don't obsess about it as much as you, but I do care about
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have came this far with it. I didn't think it was going to come this far, but yeah, no.
That we were going to continue to do it this long?
Things are still falling. It's still a baby at this point.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's still going to.
Infantile. Yeah. It's still
and if people, like you said, people said whatever. It's like, you know what? All right. You didn't like that? Okay, so I'm going to change this. And then we're going to keep doing it.
Well, there's a lot of things, too, that people say, funny you said that, because there's a lot of things that people tell me that they don't like and stuff like that, and I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't know.
Fine,
like, this is.
It's not about that.
I mean, I take if it's like a genuine fucking like criticism or whatever. It's like, you know what I mean. It's fine. I take it into consideration. But I've gotten stuff from people that are like they're trying to like redevelop the show to what they want, and it's like this is no like this. I have a point like this is or we have this message and we have a plan for this, and it's like.
We're just trying to carry the message, like you know, if we can do it, we show you this too. We make face to face with the camera just to show, hey, we're still doing this. We're not fucked up, sticking needles in our arms, still lying to you. Like we're still here, so we're doing this. And like the point is if we can do it, you can do it. That's one of the biggest things we're trying to portray.
Yeah,
is dude.
If someone like me and him can do this, dude, anybody can do it.
That's the main message that
we've been fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah, down.
I mean, like worse to worse. I mean,
we could sit here and tell you war stories.
Just
know
like
just as bad
heavy, like you know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, I've been fucking, you know what I mean? Living on the fucking street, fucking living. I've been living in the back of a fucking Ford Explorer in Colorado, shooting dope, bro.
Waiting for the next shot.
Yeah, like you like live, like you know what I mean, with all my fucking clothes in a backpack, like fucking. Yeah, trust me, I'm fucking 2,000 miles from home with no place to live, and fucking, you know what I mean. All I'm worried about is fucking black tar. Trust me, I fucking, you know what I mean, or like, I'm fucking wandering around the fucking some of the worst parts of Florida with no place to go, fucking trying to figure out a ride back to New York.
Overdosed in this house more times than I can count on my fucking hands. You know what I mean? Burnt my legs up. In the hospital. Still going back
dude,
out.
my fucking heart, my lungs are fucked. I still can't. If I yawn, I'm in pain when I yawn. When I yawn, I'm in so much pain because of all the damage I did to my lungs. So it's like, and they told me that I'm gonna have that pain for the rest of my life. So now, like every time I yawn or cough or anything like that, I'm reminded of this thing that I did. You know, it's like. And that's gonna be with me forever.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just fucking, you know what I mean? And then you just find a way out. And you fucking work at it and you fucking
That's the point of this though, is just fucking 5 o'clock.
Alright, so you get it. Alright.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like I said, there's a way out. Like I said, there's no magic fucking pill. You know, to figure this shit out. There's no fucking. You know, we're not magicians. We just work. And for the people out there that are still like that, we know that are still going through it,
sick and suffering.
Man, you know, you'll figure it out. Like,
no,
I mean, at least, I guess the one thing I have to say is, like, at least it's not like you're doing heroin. I guess, like, I'm like, we're scared for your life. I mean, you fucking.
Yeah, but at the same time, don't use it as an excuse to go out and do it. Don't say.
Oh yeah.
It's still bad. A drug is a drug, you know.
But
what is this?
I mean, crack can still kill you, and there's fentanyl and everything now.
Yeah, that's another thing to be aware about. You know, fucking. It makes your life unmanageable. That's the biggest point. Is like it's still making your life unmanageable, whether you want to admit it or not. So, like, dude, just. You know, there's changes that can be
like
made
I said, and there's people out there willing to help. You know, and there's a lot of things that, like I know, and he watches the show, so like you know, you can always don't think that you can't tell me. You know, and if you don't want to be lectured or anything, listen, that's fine. If you just need to talk or to just like that's fine. Like I won't even comment. I won't tell you what you need to do. I won't give you no advice. I won't say anything. I'll just listen. I can do that.
I just went to my clinic today, bro. They fucking dude, you can get into a rehab within 24 hours, bro.
Yeah.
Fucking if that's what you want.
Yeah. If you just need to get away, that's the other thing too. Sometimes you just need to get away. Like you know what I mean. You
Call
just need
him,
a break.
get the number. Yeah, go to fucking.
You know.
There's a rehab in Pennsylvania. They'll take you fucking. They'll pick you up, bro. They pick you up at your fucking house. Dude.
Oh shit. So yeah.
Yeah, like dude, there's
I don't
so
like
many-
rehabs, but
whatever it does, whatever it takes to get away. I don't
yeah,
know,
yeah,
man.
for sure, for sure.
Doesn't matter if you like rehab. Somebody out there might need one. You know, it
Yeah.
doesn't-
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm not saying they don't work. It's like sometimes you need to get away. Like so, the hospital is my rehab. You know. So
Yeah,
like
yeah,
in a way, I did it too. I just didn't do it with the counseling and all that stuff. I mean, I guess I had a social worker who worked with me like the whole time I was there. But and he was a KSAC guy. So actually, so yeah. I mean, I guess in a way, I did get treatment while I was doing it, while I was going through it.
different strokes for different folks.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah. Whatever. It's whatever works for you. Like I said, there's no. I'm not. I can't diagnose anything, or like I'm not fucking. You know what I mean? Like I said, there's no template. It's like whatever works for you. You just got to figure out what works. You know. But yeah. So it's been Outfield. Thank you guys. See you next week.